The Blood of Dawnwalker basically has a spot reserved in my bank account. There is a $70 vacancy that only can be filled by the Blood of Dawnwalker. I'm hitting my mic because I'm getting excited. That space can only be occupied by the Blood of Dawnwalker, and I'm going to explain why. I'm only like a year into playing PC, and I've really been enjoying the graphical upgrade and the smoothness of the game experience. The Blood of Dawnwalker is making me remember the value of my PS5. Even though I don't think I ever forgot it, but sometimes you get distracted by all the bells and whistles and you forget where you came from. What's up, guys? It's Vernon is Black, and Vernon is back with another video, and I want to talk about the Blood of Dawnwalker yet again. I know, another glaze session on the Blood of Dawnwalker, but at the end of the day, it's one of the only things I'm good at on this channel so far. So I might as well stick to my guns and do what I do. Okay, so today I have a couple of articles for you guys. I did pre-read a lot of this, so I don't really want to talk about the second half. If you want to read it, it's about Konrad Tomaskovics and his brother Matus. He's the director and his brother's the narrative director, or respectively. They were talking about how their European roots really influenced the games. Like, okay, cool. But anyway, the first half is what I really wanted to focus on here. Okay, so he says, when I'm exploring it, can I learn? He's referring to the open world experience and how he doesn't want it to be empty. He opens up by saying, when I'm exploring it, can I learn more about the lore, more about the story of this region, about the people who are living there? He asks. That's what people love about Witcher 3. When I'm playing open world games where I just have activities which give me XP and items, I don't get this enjoyment and fun from it. And then his brother also says he has similar feelings. I have a personal vendetta against filler content, and I feel you on that, Matus. That's how I feel about anime. I refuse to watch an episode that I know has nothing to do with the story. Now, will I go back when the season's over? Maybe. Sure, maybe. But I don't believe in, no, get to the point. This is why I enjoy manga, because it's the story and that's it. But that's a different discussion for a different day. Yes, he says I really dislike it. He knows it's very difficult to avoid in open world games, but I personally feel like handcrafted custom. Okay, so here's my thing. I don't necessarily disagree with what they're saying. I like it, obviously. I think it's valuable, especially with Dawnwalker being a narrative-driven game. Them connecting their side content with the overall narrative just makes sense. It does. Because like I've said before, I'll say it again, I think this game can have janky combat. It can have, let's say, a B-tier open world, and it can still be a big success because this is a narrative-driven game. I think the thing they cannot mess up is the story. The story has to be potent. It has to be good. People have to like it, in my opinion. Because the Witcher 3 comparisons are already beginning, and they will continue even more. Witcher 3 had not the best combat, at least in my experience so far. I'm very early into the game, but I mean, it kind of moves like how it looks like Dawnwalker's gonna move. But I can also see the argument that it shouldn't have the same level of combat as a game that's over a decade old. Fair enough. So to go back to the point, the comparison is going to start already. They already have started. We already know this. But the thing that nobody questions about Witcher 3 is its story. So if you have these, let's say, subpar elements to your game, and you also have a less than stellar story, then people automatically, their heads are going to go, oh, well, that's a downgrade from Witcher 3. They lose, right? Like they don't deserve to keep going, right? The casual person who's an idiot will think that. To me, this doesn't matter. I'll just say it. To me, this doesn't matter in my personal experience because of what I just said, and also the way I play games, which is going to sound contradictory, but I personally don't need a great story to really love a game. I can't tell you what is going on in Crimson Desert. I'm playing it offline. I have no idea, but I love that game. I'm 40 hours in and I'm really enjoying it. I can't tell you the story of Wukong, to be honest, because I'm unfamiliar with Chinese mythology, and also I don't know the story. I just know, yeah. I enjoy these games still. I enjoy an open world that feels, and speaking of good open worlds, Crimson Desert, An open world that just feels like it is packed with diversity and atmospheric variety, you can say. I'm satisfied with that. Everything doesn't have to tie into the overall narrative. However, in their case, I think that's a move that's kind of like, well, of course they're gonna do that. And also it's like the pocket that this game is going for, from what it looks like, yeah, your story has to be potent. And I think, yeah, everything tying into the overall theme is a smart move. But it doesn't necessarily matter that much to me as an individual player. Okay, what makes the open world and the game interesting is the connections, Conrad says. If you explore, you sometimes open big branches of the story you cannot predict, and something good can happen. The result of this, every quest is promised to connect to something, be that the narrative at the heart of the Dawnwalker or the anger and infamy systems that power the vampire court that rules over the valley. I mean, again, you know, this is something that this is a move that makes sense for them. I'm looking forward to that because the Souls games, you can probably say, are in that same lane with their lore, how you have to get the story for the most part through items and exploration. That'll be interesting for me because, I mean, this will probably be the first time that I've played a game. I'm not saying this is the first time it's been done, but this is the first time that I've played a game in my limited experience where the game will be telling a straight up narrative, a straight up story, rather than a ambiguous one. This will be my first time experiencing that, but I feel like it'll be an interesting way to experience the story because I'm not used to having to pay attention to all the side content too. I want to really make an effort to understand this story and really, because like I said, I'm not a big story guy. I mean, a good story will always stand out, but it's not do or die for me. This will be one of the first games where I'm really going to try to focus in and understand what's going on. So the more hints that I get, someone like me can get, even as a casual or non-casual, I guess, reader, a casual lore knower, a non-knower. If someone like me can get narrative value out of the open world, but also appreciate the story, then that's another plus. But let's keep reading. I mean, it seems like the rest of this is going into the historical context, like I was mentioning before. I'm not going to talk about that in this video just because, you know, one, I don't know anything. I mean, I guess the one thing I will say is that I enjoy playing games where I have no understanding of the culture or the land or the history, hence a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, for example. I know nothing about that area. I know nothing about these historical characters, but playing the game interested me in looking up some of the stuff. Now, I don't remember it, it's been a while, but I'm sure when I play it again, I'll probably get that same urge to look up some of the history, the historical context, just out of curiosity. But I like learning about these things through the medium. So I think another, I guess, not a litmus test, but another way to measure how good this story is if someone who's as casual to caring about stories like me, if someone like me can not only keep up with the lore that I gain throughout the world, but also the story overall and care about it. And if I can also tell you some things about Eastern European architecture in this time period, I think that's just another plus to their storytelling. Like, these are the little things that, in my opinion, add up to being able to grade a game on its effectiveness in narrative communication. So that'll be another thing just to keep in mind. I think we've all been there where we learn about something that really happened, but we learn about it through fiction. We learn about it through an anime. We learn about it through a TV show or a movie. Like, that's how a lot of people learn. So that's just another way to grade them on their storytelling. But I mean, other than that, yeah, I think we already know about Brensis and all that. So this is gonna be the second half that I was talking about. If you are curious to read it, yeah, I think IGN posted this and MSN reposted. Is that what's going on? Well, whatever. That's where I got it. MSN. Yeah, by Matt Purslow. Just look up that guy, I guess. All right, let's go to the next one. So the next thing I have is, okay, so I accidentally stumbled upon this Bandai Namco European community board I didn't even know this existed. Cohen's life is intimately linked to the sword. His father, a former mercenary, trained him from a young age to wield a weapon that could one day save his life. I also know that Cohen, the reason apparently the reason he is a half vampire is because he grew up working in the silver mines, and even my casual self knows that working with silver and having that in your body is going to affect your vampiric powers. If you know, you know. I think you all know if I know. All right, so combat in the Blood of Dawnwalker is built around an intuitive system that can be easily adapted to individual preferences. Players can use Omni blocks and Omni. Oh, yeah. So there's a setting where you can either toggle omnidirectional blocking and attacking on, or you can toggle it off. Now, me personally, if you have it off, then you will be playing with directional combat, like in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's just the easiest example. I feel like I find a way to bring that game up in every video. But yeah, it'll be like that. You have to actually pay attention to where the sword is and your positioning, and like in Kingdom Come, if you unlock the Master Strike ability and someone attacks you from your left and you swing from your right with a weapon that has is it Masterwork? Oh, that might be Destiny. Hey guys, Future Vernon here. So I thought I said Masterwork, but I did say Master Strike, and I never completed my thought because I got distracted with looking it up. So what I was going to say is that a Master Strike in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is basically a parry ability. If you strike at the right time from the opposite side that your opponent is striking you, you will deal extra damage. I didn't mention that. I got distracted, so I just wanted to explain that real quick. All right, I'm out. Yeah, reading incoming attacks, choosing the right response, and finding an opening can make the difference rather than relying solely on reflexes every encounter. Yeah. A lot of linguistic babble. Let's get to the good stuff. A huge chunk of combat was shot in motion capture and later adjusted by the animators to match the game's mood and direction. Okay, here we go. So there's 3 phases: the wind up, the anticipation, and the swing frames. So what I was curious about with this is this might seem like a minute thing, but I wonder what canceling your abilities is gonna, or your swings is gonna look like. Are there how are the frames to cancel a swing or something, or do you get caught? Because since I'll be playing with the directional combat, I feel like it's gonna matter. Well, I don't feel like it is gonna matter a lot more to not get surrounded, for instance. So let's say I'm swinging at one enemy in front of me, but I notice one's about to swing at me behind me. What is my cancel window, to get out of that move? Because like something like a Souls game, right? Once you hit attack, I mean, that's it. You're locked in. You're not canceling that. So I'm wondering it's a little detail. It won't matter much because at the end of the day, if I'm putting myself in position to be surrounded, that's on me. But I'm still curious about that. So as his journey continues, so does a mastery of the blade. Stumbling upon books will unlock new techniques and combat abilities. That's also like Kingdom Come and other games, of course. While upgrading passive perks will support different approaches to sword play. Some may choose to focus on defense and devastating counterattacks, while others may favor mobility, aggression, and relentless pressure. I would probably, honestly, I think I would go with counterattacks just because of what I said previously. I think you would want to, I can see mobility and aggression working so you don't get surrounded too, but I feel like that could also trap you. I feel like I would prefer to let the enemy open up and get some because at some point you're going to get a basically like an immediate kill parry, right? It might not look that flashy, but it'll effectively be that. So that would probably be the best way to open up a mob engagement. At least that's what I'm thinking, but who knows? I could go in there and say, you know what? Let's just swing on them. I might just do that. So who knows? But that's interesting. I think right now I would probably just go with defensive. But yeah, they're basically saying that this is about developing your own fighting style as Cohen. I think overall though, as far as the swordplay goes, I think, like I said, the animation did look kind of stiff. It looks better now, but that's not that big a deal to me. I really don't care about that too much. I can get over that. I think for me, it's more so like getting surrounded in Dark Souls 2 is really annoying, but getting surrounded in Crimson Desert is kind of what you want. This doesn't seem like a game that you want to be surrounded, at least with the sword out at night. That could be a whole different story, but especially with like your blood leeching abilities. But I just feel like as long as they got to nail the AI too. matter of fact, to complement this system, the AI has to be aggressive enough, but they have to find the sweet middle ground where it's not too, well, I don't know, I guess maybe there's going to be like difficulty levels, because I saw something about they're going to let you determine how difficult the game is. I don't really know what that means, but I kind of know what that means, but we'll see about that. But yeah, I think if they nail the AI with that, then I think the combat will be pretty fun. I think the vampire combat is going to matter more than the sword combat, because I mean, at the end of the day, this is the Blood of Dawnwalker. So I think that actually matters more. And I think that already looks kind of fun from what I've seen, but we'll see. I have faith though. These are good details. I like this. And the last thing I wanted to talk about today is just real quick. I just wanted to mention, thanks to this comment on one of my videos, I learned that the physical day one edition of the Blood of Dawnwalker actually comes with a steel book and a world map, among other things that are digital. That's cool. But the physical thing, especially now with Sony's announcement and Rockstar's announcement, and you know, the gaming world's kind of on fire right now. In the midst of all that, and with Mortal Shell 2's was it the Revered edition that had that clean steel book, and I don't want to talk about it because I was going to get that and I hesitated and they sold out, and I'm mad. I'm kicking myself for that because I wanted that so bad. And I almost bought the collector's edition of the Blood of Dawnwalker, but I had to stop myself. Like, Vernon, we are not rich. We can't do that right now. See, here's the thing. I'm a new PC gamer, guys. Like, I'm only a year in, and now this is making me want to get this on PS5 as well. And it's like, oh, it's nice for the collection. Don't get me wrong. It's nice for the physical stack, but I wanted to see this game on PC. I was so curious about it. But a steelbook and a world map, I think I gotta get that. Especially when I missed out on Mortal Shell 2's, I gotta get that. So, oh my God. This is why we need physical media around. These are the things we remember. I have a Destiny 2 poster somewhere in there from the release, and a Cage 6 figurine that's also somewhere in that closet. I remember these things. They want to do away with it, and they just want to own everything and monopolize everything. That's a difference. But yeah, I think I'm going to be having a playthrough of the Blood of Dawnwalker on PS5, and who knows, maybe if I like the game enough, I might spin the block and buy it on PC. But that is consumerism at its finest. Don't do what I might do. Also, by the time you're seeing this, I'm probably going live at 8:45-ish, maybe 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday, okay? My Twitch will be right here. Pull up, or you can see it on YouTube. I multi-stream. Yeah, that's all I got today. Thank you for hearing me yap. If you even made it this far, clap it for yourselves. If you want to continue to hear me yap, you can hear me talking about the Beast of Reincarnation right here, which is another game I'm very excited for, or you can hear me talk about why I stopped playing Souls games to play more casual games. Click either or, it doesn't matter. Peace.
I don't come last, I don't fall back. Boy, better give me my rack.